It's your girl, Charity, the mommy money getter, mommy money getter. Y'all, it's been a long day. It's actually been a long week. So much so, I keep thinking it's Saturday, but it's only Tuesday. Go figure. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in, all of your support, all of the likes, all of the shares, all of the comments, all of the engagement. I see it all. I see the repeat offenders. No, but real talk. I see the people that constantly come in and constantly show your girl some love, who show up at my lives. I see you. You know who you are. Um, I thank you for supporting me. That means the world to me. Um, I wasn't gonna go live today. Um, I had a long day, like I said, and I've been doing a lot. I'm a little tired, a little exhausted. However, I just want to keep this thing going. I like coming on live. Um, I specifically like coming on live, like showing my face and with the camera on and all that. But y'all, oh my gosh, I wasn't even gonna do it today. I I've been out with my girls. We went to the water park where we live. It's a small water park, but it's cool nonetheless, right? They have a few water slides, a lazy river, which I did get in. If you saw my shorts today, I did show some of the footages from our day at the water park. Um, and we were out there in the sun. We had a little small cabana, and we did our thing. We had fun. Hey, Jace, my two extra. Hey, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Um, so yeah, and after that, I came home and you know did what I had to do or whatever, and then I also put dinner on. It's gonna be pretty late. Like I put the chicken on like probably close to 6, but it's chicken thighs baked in the oven, right? So those will take all night. But I really made them because I took them out early, and I thought I would be able to cook them before we actually went to the water park, but that didn't happen. So since I took them out and had them in salt and water, that's how I clean my chicken. I actually had to cook them because I didn't want them to, go bad. So they're in the oven right now. They got my house hot. And y'all, please forgive me. I'm a hot box right now. As I'm entering menopause sometime soon. I used to didn't be hot like this, but it's summer and I am hot. Okay, I used to love the summer. The summer was my favorite time of year, but I can't fade it. So yeah, that's how my day was going. Um, my day was pretty cool. I want to say my summer is going pretty well. My year from January till now, I started off the year on the right foot. Your girl started this year off crunk, um, pocket full of money, shopping, doing what I wanted to do, having fun, having my way. And it's continuing to be that way. And I like it here. I love it here. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Please hit that like button when you get in here. Don't delay, hit the like button. Um, you guys come in and be looky loos. You know you want to stay, you know you'll be back. So just subscribe, just hit the like button, and we'll call it square. But so let's get into what we're going to talk about tonight. I do have some updates on Krishan Rock and Peach McIntyre. So if you were here last night, we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to update you all on the latest. If you weren't here last night, I suggest you go over and I suggest you go check out part one immediately after we have this discussion tonight. Okay? Because we got into some things and we stayed on live a couple of hours. I dropped a lot of tea. And also, We just have fun, just kikiing. You know, it's always love. It's no shade, no bullying. Um, you know, take all this stuff with a grain of salt. Um, I do highly research all of my tea, and you know, I check various sources and see what's being said. But at the same time, I'm not really too into it like that. I am. I'm nosy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm nosy. Hey, Janet, what's good with you, mamas? How are you doing on this lovely? Every day is lovely, right? I always say that on this lovely Tuesday evening. It's lovely to me. Like I was just saying, um, I've been having a ball. And I haven't really been doing too much. I haven't traveled. I asked the girls today, we were thinking of going to either Texas or Hawaii. And my girls used to say, well, I don't want to go to Hawaii, but volcanoes erupting, big spiders, dot, dot, dot. But now we have decided that our family trip will be to Hawaii. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. You're doing good, Janet. That's good to hear. I am glad to hear you are doing good and blessed, as am I. Hey, chilling with Big Dean. How are you tonight? Thank you for dropping the roses as you come in. I appreciate that. I love plants and I love flowers, but roses, red roses, are my favorite. I don't care. I'll buy myself a bouquet of red roses. I love roses. Um, I'm good, Queen. Hope you ladies are well. I am well. I'm doing absolutely splendid. I'm glad to say. Um, Today is all is well in my world, and I'm grateful to God for that. I don't know about tomorrow. I don't know about the next moment, but up until now, it's been like a little shaky this year. You know, life just be life, and but all in all, I give 25 a 10 out of 10. Thank you, Janet. And you know what? That's all you can do because life is going to happen. Um, no matter what you do or where you find yourself in life, you got to be able to weather the storm, and it's how you endure that really shows who you are as a person, right? So yeah, I have a question for you before we get into the hot topics. Those of you who are in here, um, that's what I like to hear. Amen to that. More blessing, less stressing, right? Because I feel like this chilling with Big Dean. I feel like the more you engage drama, the more it will come to you. Like, I have you ever met somebody like that? Like, the more it's like every time you see them, they got something going on. There's always negativity surrounding them, and I feel like that's what they are attracting to themselves. Peace will be still. If you say peace be still, and God says if it's as far as it is up to you, be at peace. So you might have to cut some people off. You might have to, you know, quit that job. You might have to leave that husband or that wife. You might have to stop going to family events. You might have to be alone by yourself sometimes. But if you are at peace, it is far better to sleep on a rooftop than to be in a house full of dissension. So, yeah. So, what do y'all want to talk about? I have some things I want to talk about. What's on y'all mind? Let me know. That's a major part of why I stay to myself and don't bother anyone. I've always been a loner. Um, I've always been, and let me know what you guys want to talk about while as I'm responding. Drop your topics in the comments, um, because I have some ideals. I have some things I jotted down, but yeah, but I'm a give or take people type of person, and when I say give or take, meaning like um, I'm cool to be around people, but I'm a finicky person. I'm a funny acting person myself. I'm old enough and wise enough to know that about me. And sometimes I speak my mind, sometimes I don't. Uh, but I'm the type of person, I feel like I give people too many chances. Like, and I try to give people chances, but at the same time, I try to be fair minded, humble. I just try to be cool. But like, if you're doing something that seems kind of off, I really don't like to deal with you. And my where it's been steering me wrong at is I've given people too many chances. So I try to be like nowadays, if I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. I don't want to mess with you no more. I don't want to go through life hating you. I won't speak bad about you. I won't even talk about you at all. I don't care to hear what's going on in your business. None of that. None of that. What's good, Smooth? How are you doing? How's it going in South Carolina, right? How are you doing? Ooh, I shouldn't be speaking your business. I'm just talking. Well, honestly, I'm just wondering how things are going to be after the carry conceal law passes through Senate and this out of the blue big beautiful bill that our so-called president is proposing. I don't even know what's all in that big beautiful bill. All I know is that from what I heard about Big Dean, they're slashing a lot of the uh, not entitlements, but uh, the help for people like Medi-Cal. They're slashing all kinds of things. And I'm wondering if, because you got to think about it, like if you think about California, you think about New York, they helped a lot of people who were here illegally. So when you're saying a lot of people aren't going to be able to get help, who are you talking about here? Who are we talking about? Because and if you live in California, you don't see the money anyway. Like they raise, I think our taxes now is 11.25%. They raised it to, we said, okay, go ahead and raise it from 9.25 to 10.25, and those billions of dollars, they can't even account for what they did with it. So they constantly raising our taxes. And I know people who got help, who were, I know of people who were homeless and who were able to get help, but there's so many people that wasn't helped. So I don't know. I don't know why they need all these taxes, and then like they're messing up the freeway. Like for 2 years, you got this project on the freeway going on, and I live in California, by the way. And it's like you're disrupting people's lives for 2 and 3 years. And I get it, I get it. You gotta make sure infrastructure is correct, right? You can't just put up a freeway and not maintain it. I do get that, but I don't know. I don't know about this big beautiful bill. I got to look more into it, but I do believe that what it's going to do is going to strip a lot of what the government is giving to people who are in need, because the 1% don't want to pay those taxes for that. So that's how he's going to give them their tax cuts by, stripping away all of the money that's being spent. You have family in Stockton, California, and Los Angeles. Yeah, Smooth is from Cali too. I'm from I'm originally from South Central Los Angeles, uh, which is, and that's why I say like, okay, what were you doing with the money? Because most of the black people left Los Angeles for Texas, Vegas, Arizona. That's what I'm saying. Like the taxes wasn't being spent on keeping poor blacks and middle class blacks employed and with housing. Because if you come to California, you will immediately see that who's working, you will see who's benefiting from these taxes. So I really don't care about the big beautiful bill. I don't. I'm just going to be honest. I got to work, I got to hustle, I got to do what I got to do either way. And even if you were dependent on the government, they don't give you enough to, even if they still continued on with business as usual, that's not enough for you to sit back unless you're disabled and you don't have any money, right? I would like to see, I wouldn't want to see taxes taken away from schools. That's who I don't want to see hurt by it, children. I don't want to see the free lunch programs being taken away. I don't want to see anything that could immediately hurt them. They don't want middle class and low class to have anything. Exactly. That's what the rich want to do, Big Dean. They want to stay richer. Um, I feel like there's no middle class. I was middle class for a number of years, and I paid for everything. I paid for school lunches, co-pays for medical and dental. I paid basically everything for dental, right? I paid child care, and meanwhile the poor are getting free child care. They get free child care. They get food stamps. They get Medi-Cal. Their children go to the dentist for free. They get WIC. I'm at Costco spending 1,000, dropping 1,000 every month on, and that, I mean, those are my children. I'm supposed to take care of them, right? No big whoop. But my whole thing is this, you know, everything is benefiting the poor. They're getting money to go get new clothes to go to work. They're getting gas money to go to work. They're getting everything. Meanwhile, middle class are the ones that are paying the most taxes and are being hit the hardest economically. If I'm a woman with 2 kids and I'm a single mom, I think I would do better to be on welfare and get all the help than to try to go work and pay for everything. If I'm a single mom, because I can get financial aid for college, I can get uh, books for school, I can get all of that stuff, right? So they're trying to get rid of school programs in North Carolina. That's crazy. I remember days when my mother did it and received WIC from my sister, but didn't get it from me. And now things are similar but different, right? Shoot, I remember when I lived in Compton, you can get WIC, and those dairy trucks would come by. You can go to certain stores and you could spend your WIC on anything. I remember I was a kid at those different markets. They would just take the dollar amount that was on the WIC, and you could buy whatever you wanted to in that store. You could the Swan's truck will come by, and if you had WIC, you can get whatever you wanted off that truck. So don't have two or three reps. That's why they didn't like. That's why they don't like black people being on on food stamps and stuff, because we gonna make it shake. We gonna make it shake any kind of way. We're gonna do what we have to do. We're gonna make a way out of no way. Poor. We've always been poor in America as black people, and we've always been able to have more. When other people are poor, they are poor, poor. These other people, you know what I mean? They are poor. They look poor. They live poor. Everything about them is poor. But black people could be poor and not have anything, and they could still live better. They're gonna take that Section 8, get them a newer house. They're gonna take their taxes, go put down on a new car. If they're working somewhere like Walmart or something like that, they might not make a lot of money all month long, but they're gonna do what they gotta do. They're gonna take that child care money and let their cousin watch the kids. All that. Yeah, there's a lot going on, but I just stay out of the way and watch how things unfold in this country. Absolutely. That's right. We are that race that will push through and make something out of nothing. Right. That's what we've been doing, right? When they gave us collard greens and they gave us fat back, they gave us the worst parts of the pig, the chitlins and stuff like that. They gave us nothing and we made something out of it. And that's who we are as Americans. And people say this and say that about us, and they try to paint the picture that we are the worst of the worst, and they try to impress us that way with the propaganda they put out there. But for us, there ain't no what the government is going to give us, or what the government has never applied to us. It's never applied to us. We've always had to do what we had to do. Is when we started depending on them, when we started going to their colleges, when we started integrating and leaving our own businesses behind. We had businesses. We had our own barbershops, our own landscaping businesses, our own cleaning services. We were doing all of that. Beauty salons. We were doing hair out of our houses. Why do you think they made it to the point where you had to be a licensed cosmetologist? Because we were able to make money doing hair at home. Kitchen beauticians. We can make it shake with that, right? If you knew how to do hair, or you could take some people's kids in, or you could barter and you could switch things around. That was all money that wasn't going into their pot. So guess who segregation helped more? It didn't help us more, because we're still mistreated. But I could go on and on and on about that. No, they never want to give us anything. The problem is, and will always be, is we came here as slaves. So we will always be looked at as that. That's why anybody else can come to America and they'll be respected and treated well. And then they'll even think that they could treat us like the powers that be. They'll think that they could even, you know, put us under their foot. Mary McLeod Bethune introduced a hot comb. Oh, I didn't know that. My aunt, Margaret, she's passed away. She passed on about 30 years ago almost. Dang, that's a long time ago, auntie. But she was actually my great great aunt. But she had a she lived in Missouri, and she had in her basement she had everything set up, and she would do hair. When I would visit her in Missouri, she would take me down to that dark basement. I'd be so scared. And she'd wash my hair in her sink downstairs in the basement. hmm But she did hair, and she had all those Marcel irons and stuff. But she did hair for a long time. Thank you. She passed away a long time ago, Big Dean, and she lived to be 80, so she did pretty well. And she was a smoker. She smoked till she couldn't smoke no more. hmm But you could call my auntie, and I could call my auntie, Auntie, do you have this? Do you have that? And I just think about it, like, that was crazy for me to be calling my auntie, asking her for stuff like that with my silly self. I was a kid, though. I didn't know better. But, right, right. I wanted some of her curling irons and stuff like that, but I didn't get to get any. I wasn't in Missouri when everything got divvied up. And my uncle was in charge of getting everything squared away. So, and my grandmother said before she could get down there and get everything settled, he had already started giving people this, that, and the third. So, and to letting them have this and that. He didn't care like that. He didn't probably think anybody wanted it, but I don't know why he didn't think that. But rest in peace to my Uncle Bobby as well. But let me ask you a question. If, hold on a second. It was like that on your father's side? What was like that? Um, this is my question. If you are married or you have a significant other, right? How would you feel if you found out that they cheated versus they only cheated one time, and like they were intimate with someone else, and that was it, and then they moved on. But how would you feel if they did that? Would you care more if you found out that they cheated on you one time and it never happened again, or would you care more if you found out that they were going out to lunch every day with their coworker, right? And nothing is, and they're telling you that nothing is going on. Um, it's all platonic. That they're going out to lunch with this coworker who is the opposite sex. Like if you're married to a man and he's going out with his female coworker, or you're married to a woman and she's going out with her male coworker every day for lunch. How would you feel about that? Would that matter to you more or less than if you found out your spouse just cheated one good time and they didn't do it anymore and they're regretful? Oh, they already took the land, Dean. I hear about that happening a lot. Like, I feel like if if you have something to leave behind, like don't leave property, because property, it comes with a lot attached to it. You got to pay taxes on it, and then somebody has to keep it up, and then usually people are busy with their own lives, and then if they try to rent it, then that could become something or other. Just let them sell it. Just sell everything. Sell all the assets upon you going on to glory, and divvy it up between everybody. And if it's a substantial amount of property or a substantial inheritance, make it to where they get so much when they turn, depending on how old they are. If they're 25, they get some. When they turn 30, they get some, and so on. Because you don't want to control what people do with money, but you also don't want to give somebody a windfall that can't handle it. So, you don't want to do that because it just goes to waste. And you also don't want to leave them with property to fight over. Or sometimes people do this, they'll leave it to one person and let them decide what they're going to do with it. No, don't have that one person in charge. Give everybody, if you have an insurance policy, you can give it away in percentages. You don't have to give it all to one person. You can say, I want 20% to go to this person, 20% to go to that person. So, and I've seen people just blow through insurance money or blow through money left to them. I mean, I'm talking like 50 G's in like less than 6 months. Like, what are you doing with that kind of money? You don't even have anything to show for it at all. Like, you just got the money and wasted it, and that poor relative of yours thought they were leaving you something that you could benefit from, or. So, yeah. Oh, you guys sold your share? I would have did the same thing, because you could take that money and you could put it into your own home. You can use it to start a business, or you could, just save it up and have it as a nest egg, let it grow interest, put some into stock or whatever you want to do with it, rather than, you know, trying to hold on to some. Oh, some people say, "Oh, that's our family house." Please, like, sell that house and move on. Sell anything that can get you some money and move on. And like if it's like a piece of jewelry or something like that, you could wear that jewelry. But I know somebody, they had all sorts of rings and jewelry that belonged to their parents, and the boyfriend stole it, or the kid stole it and sold it, or somebody could break in and steal it. So just get the money. Just give me the money. Give me the money. I might need a new car. My business might need another 20,000 to hold on for another year. I may have a business ideal that, and that's how the wealthy stay wealthy. They not only pass money on, but they also give their family members a clear sense of how money works. You'll hear a lot of black people saying, "Oh, I'm not using my credit for that." Well, you're supposed to use your credit. You're not supposed to use your money. You're supposed to use your credit because you can get points back, you can get cash back, and that's keeping your credit good. You can pay it off every month, but that's money you're wasting by not using your credit. And if you keep your credit good, then you can get thousands of dollars in credit. You might need a $50,000 line of credit one time to start your business. You don't know what could happen. When I first got off work, I after exhausting, once I left my job, I exhausted my benefits. I exhausted my vacation. I had nothing but my credit cards. That took me through for a good 2 years. I had those credit cards. You don't know what could happen. You could get sick. Anything could happen. And all you got is a little cash you got, and you don't have any credit cards. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. You need to keep you a 50K credit card in the stash. You don't have to touch it. Just pay all your bills every month. Have them all going. You can have all your bills going out of that credit card, and then you can have your payments already scheduled to cover it. It was passed down from the first generation of my father's family, and seeing as though he had passed away this year, came to me and my two older sisters on the side of the family. Oh, the land was the size of two football fields? Wow. Only because of property taxes and the fact that there was nothing else there, and we just found out almost this year later. Wow. Wow. I wonder, will you take them to court for that? Or what kind of legality surround that issue? My like my auntie that passed away, she left her house to my uncle, and he never went back and checked on it because the houses in Missouri, they weren't worth a whole lot, but he didn't check on it. What's up, Ryan? How you doing tonight? I see you were just live when I went live. How did that go? And I know you guys were actually doing something about finances, and we got on that subject a little bit. I was supposed to be doing hot topics tonight, actually, but me and Big Dean are having a cool conversation about uh, passing down generational wealth and what to do with it, right? Um, I've seen houses, people slave to get these houses and keep these houses for their family so that they could have it to pass down. And they don't even take care of it, they just let it go. It's located in Rock Hill, South Carolina. But I told the Lord that just pay me what I'm owed, and I didn't want anything else to do with it. I know that's right, Big Dean. I've dropped down quick with my kids are leaving tomorrow morning. Did you enjoy your time with your kids? Yeah. I know I saw, and I also saw the flooding in New Jersey, Ryan. Like, what is going on? Like, Trump is in office. You got all the craziness going on with that. Yeah, I love the kids. Charity love the kids. I was out with my youngins today, and normally I asked them. I said, "Do you guys want to go to the beach?" And my older teenager, she has plans to do the beach this weekend with her homies. They're all gonna do the beach for her birthday and go out to dinner afterwards. Like, she didn't even want to spend her birthday with me. What kind of mess is that? She just wants me to fund it all. What kind of mess is that? Now that I'm thinking about it, like, you just want my money, but you don't want me there. Okay. No, I get it. This is gonna be her 18th birthday, so I'm happy for her. But they're doing the beach, and so my baby girl, she was like, "Well, I want to go to the water park," and we've been going to that Little rinky dink water park. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's fun. I actually love it. But I've been taking them since they were little and they kind of got burnt out of it. They were like, nah, we don't want to go. So when my daughter asked to go to that, I was like, okay, I'll take you. Your sister said the same thing. Just pay us. Just give me the money. F you pay me. It's paying there in raining in North Carolina too. It was fun. You know what, Ryan? Normally, I don't get in the lazy river. I usually be sitting up on a lounge chair hot. Cause I can't stand the thought of a lazy river. I really can't. I don't like the beach water. I'm weird. I don't like nothing. Like when I go to the beach, my whole thing is I like to watch the waves roll in and I like to listen to the waves. And I might put my feet in the sand a little bit, like by the shore. But I'm not getting in that water like that. Mm-mm. All the pollution that goes on in America, heck no. And the lazy rivers, and today it had to been so many bodies floating around. Oh my gosh, if I just think about it. But I got in there, and my kids were happy because I got in the lazy river with them. They really were excited about that. And I was only going to go around like once, but I did it a few times because I saw that my teenagers were enjoying that. They liked doing stuff with me. And that made me happy. And then I let the big, they have like this, they have like what, like three, they have about, they have two areas that have water slides. They have the lazy river, then they have like the kiddie area. The kiddie area is fun for the little ones. And then over there they have like this big tub that it fills up and then it splashes all over. They also have a pool there if you want to go swimming. I don't know how you do that part over there, but it was a lot of people there. Um, so we just enjoyed our day there. And now we're just chilling. But yes, they are different, Ryan, these kids today. They were there like a couple hours and were ready to go. And meanwhile, I done rented the cabana, paid for all of us. And I'm like, y'all better sit tight. Shit. I spent my money on this. He would have been like, I'll give you a few dollars, don't spend it all in one place. You know what? I'm grateful that I have teenagers now because they don't really ask. My daughter turned 16 and she wanted to have a get together. And that was fine. But normally they just be like, just give me the money. Just give me the money so I can go shopping, so I can pay for my carts that are already filled up. Ain't the different ain't the word. They just like doing what they call fun, but it's not fun for us, right? Um, they just want to be with their friends and just hang out and vibe or whatever. I remember when I was 18, I would have just said, "Mama, just give me some money, and I'll go shopping." I wouldn't have wanted to have nobody over or don't make me dinner, or I say make me something to eat and give me money, because I probably was chilling with my man. Real talk. I probably was. So your girl was not. I probably had my boyfriend or something like that, and I probably was chilling with him on my birthday. Real talk. Real talk. Like my daughters are way slower than me, and I'm grateful for that. Cause your girl would have been somewhere with laid up with somebody at 18. Just being real. You can only imagine how your kids would be if you had some. Feeding them sarcasm every day. That's how I do. My daughter told me, she's like, "Mom, you so annoying. Would you stop?" Because I make fun of my kids. I tease my kids, and they know that about me. But I know too that sometimes, to be careful how I do it because people have feelings, I guess. But I'm just a sarcastic person. I'm like very blunt, and I'll tease my kids a little bit. But they all have my like sarcastic sense of humor. But So yeah. But y'all didn't answer my question. I asked a question like 15 sentences ago. How would you feel if you found out your mate was going to lunch every day with their coworker of the opposite sex? How would you guys feel about that? Versus finding out that they cheated on you one time, which is worse? Cheated on you once, never saw the person again, never talked to them again, or going out to lunch with them every day and it's platonic. Which one is worse? I'm always like, I'm always feeling like, well, did you spend money on that person? Like, I feel like I would care nowadays, now that I'm older and wiser, if I found out that my mate cheated once, I'm gone. If, you know what, in the past I forgave cheating and that was the stupidest thing I could have ever done. And I was going to talk about that a little bit later too. Um, I feel like if somebody cheats on you, they're exposing you to uh, risk. They're exposed. They don't care about your health. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about the commitment that they made to you. And really, they don't care about themselves because why would they be out there doing that? Like, if you don't want to be with somebody or you feel like you have to cheat, then you should break up with the person that you with. Why would you be cheating and all of that with somebody else? If you don't want that person, just leave, right? So if somebody cheated on me, and I've had somebody cheat on me before, and I forgave them, and it was just like, it was some Kirk and Rashida. It was some way crazy stuff. I don't think I would have ever left him alone if my ex-husband hadn't gone on to glory. If he was alive to this day, I probably would still be a big fool for him because um, and that's what happens too. Like if you're a woman, and sometimes if you're a man, I won't call you weak, but I just say you don't realize that that spirit is on you. You know, if you don't, and then you're gonna be trapped in something. So you should leave that person alone if they cheated. But is it worse to have like an intimate relationship with someone where you're just going? I had coworkers like that before. Every time I looked up, because we used to sleep at work for 2.5 days. And every time I looked up, they were driving off together. They both were married, but they were always getting in the car and going off together. To me, it's like you know what you were doing, and it's obvious that you had intentions on connecting with this person. So I'll let go and continue to value my peace because my peace is very important. Absolutely. I couldn't have said that better myself. Because you won't be at peace if you're with somebody and you've forgiven them and they're still cheating. Because if somebody cheated once, that's just showing that what type of, they're showing what type of character they have, right? If you would cheat on your spouse, you would cheat on a test. You're a cheater. You don't have integrity or morals. And yes, people make mistakes, but there's consequences for mistakes. Maybe you cheated once and you would never cheat again, right? I used to be a cheater and I didn't have any morals or integrity when I did it. So I'm not just going to say that about somebody else. I didn't have them either. But then I decided to have some type of integrity and not cheat no more, and I stopped being a cheater. And I didn't cheat on the person I was with no more because I felt like, shit, I don't want to catch a disease or um, I'm a woman, I'm a female. What if I get pregnant? I want to know who I'm pregnant by without a shadow of a doubt. So I said, no, I'm not going to cheat anymore. And I didn't cheat anymore. And I didn't cheat after that. That was in the 90s I did that, y'all. That was in the 90s. I was a long time ago. I was very young. Yep. But now I'm a one I'm a one man woman, so I don't do any cheating, but um I don't like all that foolishness, that work stuff, because those conversations could turn into something more. Absolutely, and I love hard. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm the type of person that will love you, care for, and about you, and do a lot for you. But if you cheat, I'll let you go because I'd rather keep my calm. Right, and that's man of you. And I don't want to, question your manhood at all. But I'm just saying, I guess, that's very, very mature. A lot of people can't let go. A lot of people get so mad about things like that, or a lot of people feel like they have to control somebody. Like, I need to know where you're at all times. I need you to answer my call within before the phone could complete, before the ring even goes through. Um, I don't want you around your friends. I don't want you around your family. I just want you with me and at my beck and call. And I've seen this happen with men and women that do this. And like, I wouldn't want to be with somebody I had to make do everything I wanted them to do, right? I wouldn't want to be with somebody at all like that if I had to. Ugh. Like, what kind of person are you? Like, you sick if you're like that. And you're sick if you stay with somebody. Well, I don't want to say sick because I did it. I was sick. Doggone that. I was sick. Staying with somebody that cheated. They don't love you. Somebody who cheats and sleeps with different people don't love themselves. So, um, and I was a cheater before. And I did love myself, so I stopped cheating because I didn't want to, engage in that kind of risky behavior. And I just, you know, it wasn't even that I loved the person so much that I didn't want to cheat on them. I just didn't want to be a cheater because I ain't really like them like that, no way. Oh, I love that movie. Uh, Just Another Girl on the IRT. She's confused and eager to have. Was she? I thought she was just. I don't know. I thought she was just with that guy, Dean, and then she ended up getting pregnant. Was it the main character? Because remember, she was with that guy, and they were hanging out. I can't tell you how many times I watched that movie. I watched that movie like because it used to come on HBO all the time in the middle of the night, and I would watch it all the time when it came on. You had those shows you watch that you fall asleep to, or that you watch in the middle of the night. Back then, I didn't have a cell phone, so it wasn't no scrolling my cell phone if I woke up, or you know, maybe I would read a book, or I would just watch whatever's on TV. And I used to watch that movie a lot. I want to see that movie again. I wonder if I could catch it on YouTube or something. Because sometimes you can, like somebody will record it and they'll put it on YouTube. I'm going to see. You can't see yourself doing it for several reasons. Yeah, he was scared about that baby. Because he was acting up on her. Remember that? You must be around my age. He was cutting up. He didn't want the baby, but he finally went on with it. Hey, Miss One and Only, how you doing? What's going on with you tonight? We're just in here chilling and talking. But let me see. Let me go to that if I can, cause I'm gonna watch it for real, cause I love that movie for real. Okay, it's coming up. Okay. They got clips of it. There's clips. It's not the whole movie. Wait, let me see. They got like a playlist with all these different clips. Um, but they do not have the whole movie. Oh, yes they do. Yes they do. No, they don't. Let me see. What you got going on tonight, Miss One and Only? Talking about, well, are you gonna keep it or what, Chantel? Yeah, he did say that. And she started hollering. I remember that. And her friend felt betrayed by her because she was always bragging about dudes she was with and what he does for her. Yeah, because she was jealous. I forget her friend name. What was her friend name? It was something funny, but she was jealous. Yeah, because she started kicking it with her man all the time. That's how it be when you get with a man, though, and you really calling yourself liking him. Yeah, you be wanting to kick it with your man. I forget her name. It was something like, probably if I look up the cast, I could probably find it. But usually people will record movies like that and put it on cast. The friend was cute. Ugh. Yeah, but with Chantel, Tyrone. Tyrone was a baby daddy. Um, it says Paula. That wasn't her though. Her name wasn't Paula, was it? Are you saying the friend was cute or wasn't cute? I don't know what her name was on the movie. But yeah, I like that movie. Yeah, but I couldn't find her name. I thought it was, it's saying Paula, but I don't think that was her name in the movie. I thought it was something else, if I'm being honest. Y'all gotta order my Nate. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah, cause Nate. Yeah, cause I knew it wasn't nothing like Paula or anything like that. Mm-mm. I didn't think she was cute. You thought she was cute, the friend? I didn't think she was cute. Yeah, she just seemed like a bugaboo, always whining and stuff. You just Googled it and found it? When I tried to Google it, I couldn't find it. Mm. Yeah, but when I go live tomorrow, you guys catch up with me because we're gonna go outside. I think I'm gonna go have tea and go live and chit chat with you guys. I think I have a topic tomorrow too. So guys, make sure you are following me and you turn on your notifications so you can join me. I like going live better in the early midday, like 10, 11. But a lot of times what happens is I'm just busy during the day, so I don't really get a chance to do that. Hey, Edward, what's up? Hey, friend. Thanks for tuning in. What you got going on? It's late for you out there today, too. You're in the Bronx. What are you doing up so late? Don't you got work in the morning, buddy? Uh, she after that movie, the girl that played Justina played Chantel. She ended up on. It says it's free to watch on YouTube. You got to pay for. Let me see, cause I just looked for it. It's saying that now it's saying it's unavailable. You got to pay $3.99 for it. You can watch it on Amazon, Apple TV, or Google. I'm gonna order it from Amazon tonight. Watch when I get off of here. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch it a couple of times. I might buy it from Amazon if it's available to buy. You know what else I want to buy from Amazon? I want to order some Pippi Longstocking movies. A long time ago, I ordered Pippi. My kids, that's why kids are different. They couldn't even respect Pippi Longstocking. They had no respect for those movies. Oh my gosh. But you know what I might just do? I might order Pippi, Just Another Girl from the IRT, Imitation of Life, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. And then I'm gonna sit up and I'm gonna watch them all day. You know what? I do remember that movie. You live in Harlem, Edward. Why did I think you lived in the Bronx? I was gonna say Harlem at first. Yeah, you're gonna see my beautiful face tomorrow, Edward. I'm gonna go live probably like early in the morning. I'm gonna go have tea in the morning. And I'm gonna take you guys with me and we're gonna discuss whatever comes to mind in the morning. I much rather do my lives in the morning, but what ends up happening is I have a lot going on and I get super busy and my day just starts going and going and I just try to come on at some point because I'm still trying to build my community as well as get my hours. So I try to come on and get some hours. You know what I like? I didn't really watch Deem. I really didn't watch New Jersey Drive, but you know what song I like from that. Can't you see what you do to me? All of was meant to be. You were meant for me. Oh, baby, can't you see what you do to me? That's what I like. I love that song, uh, Can't You See, with Toto and Biggie and Puffy. The end of an era. Right, Edward, she had long hair. Pippi and Tommy and Annika, her friends. I used to be so like, ooh, I wish that was me. I wish I could have like a satchel full of gold coins and I wish I could be strong. And then she had that horse. And then their parents would let Tommy and Annika mama would just let her take them with her on their adventures. Total is the group. Right, right. Total. I love Total. Like I still listen. If you play "Can't You See" right now today, and that song came out exactly 30 years ago, like April 1995, March or April, right? If you play that today, I'm gonna turn up just like I'm in my living room and watching a video in 1995. Right, the memories. The 90s was a time. Oh my gosh, the 90s was a time. Um, and I wasn't even, oh, if I just had my gangster that I have today, back then in the 90s, oh, it would have been on and cracking. It really would have. If I really would have had my gangster back then. Like, I'm not coming up off of me. Now, I'm not coming up off of me today. I'm not. You love black comedy shows? Which ones, Edward? Jodeci. Oh, that's how we even came to know Diddy, right? Because he remixed Jodeci's "Come and Talk to Me," right? He did a remix because I like both of them. When Jodeci came out, Jodeci was just them boys. They really were. They really were I mean, because you had nothing else like them. New Edition was kind of like, New Edition was clean cut. They were a little hip hop, a little bit, but they were still kind of clean. And they had a little edge to them, but not like Jodeci. Jodeci came out hat to the back with those combat boots on. And Boys to Men, they definitely were clean cut. They could all sing. They could all sing and they danced a little bit. But Jodeci didn't dance. They didn't do all that. They just came out with straight vocals. Ryan, where are you at? Ryan, I need you to have a battle with me. Jodeci versus Boys to Men. You take Boys to Men. I want Jodeci. Ryan, I know you somewhere listening. Um, I think that would be dope. Yeah, Diddy is in jail. Yes, he is. But Edward, you have to realize I had to actually grieve that stuff. Now it's like I can't listen to him no more. You can't support him no more because of all that stuff that he did. He's getting time, but he's like I mean, he was just overindulgent. Puffy is what happens when you can't do what he can't do what they do. Okay, he's new money first of all, and nobody told him the ins and outs. First of all, you can't do what everybody else do. That's number one. And number two, he was addicted to substances. Number one, number one, zero, but before the number one, you got abusive and you got violent and you became a tyrant. If you don't take your money and go sit down somewhere from here on out and just like go hide somewhere, Silk, H Town, Lisa Fisher. Oh yeah. How can I ease the pain when I know you're coming back again? How can I ease the pain? Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me start crying in here. Yeah, he's gonna have to eat those tears. He let the money and the baby oil get to him. Damn. Mary J. Blige, Edward. Oh my gosh. I was about to do a short with Mary J. Blige, her classic album, For Me Is My Life. The first album, for sure love it. But My Life, I will listen to that today just like it was just released. Oh my gosh, like, and get all those feelings I had when I heard it. Like My Life, if you look in my life, you see what I see. La da la da da. If you look in my life, you see what I see. Y'all gonna have me singing all night. Will Google will Google cut me off for doing that? Oh, when Mary J. Blige came out with Real Love at work, when she came out with Real Love, I wanted a nose ring. Um, Me and my sister was like, Mom, we're going to get nose rings. And you know what my mom told us? My mom said nose rings are for tramps. Where did she get that from? Indians wear nose rings. Africans have piercings everywhere. Where did she get that from? That just goes to show you how repressive some African American families are. I don't know where she got that from. Like that's that Baptist Southern uh, identity politics. I don't know what it was, but my daughter has her piercing, and my 13-year-old wants a piercing. I said no once you get to high school, because you got to keep stuff. You gotta let them do certain things. But I feel like you repressed me, like, and back then though. But honestly, back then in the '90s when I wanted piercing, you wouldn't have been able to get a job. Nowadays, people, I I work for the government here in California, and in their little brochures, I saw a woman with a nose ring. In the 90s, that would have not, that wouldn't even ever watched. Like you see people with tattoos and stuff like that. You see police officers with tattoos. Police officers do have to keep them covered up. But people have tattoos. You go places, different places, they have different color hair, everything. You had a nose ring and you wanted your nipples pierced, but you got scared. Edward, my guy, you wanted those nipples pierced. Go in. I'm not gonna judge you. Take Me As I Am and Be Without You. I like that too. I like Take Me As I Am. I like that song. I think on there, that album that you're talking about, Big Dean, that's on the album where she has that song. And this is a song I like. I don't need no one but you. And baby, no one will do. It goes something like that. And what they say don't even matter. They don't know what I know about you. I don't want no one but you. Oh, something like that. I like that song on there. I like that album too. That was a good album for her. I forgot what that album was called. I only know what's the 411, My Life, Share My World. And then I think it was the Mary album. The Mary album didn't do so good. And then after the Mary album, it was what was that album called? The Family Affair? With Let's get it crunk up on, have fun up on up in this dancery. Now you're floating, so you got to dance for me. Don't need no hateration, holleration. No more drama, no more drama. Okay, so let's see. It was What's the 411, My Life, Share My World, Mary, No More Drama. What's then after No More Drama was the one you're talking about, right? No, it was one before that one. It was the one that she had. It was that sixth album was when she went back in the stew with Diddy. Cause after My Life, she stopped talking to Diddy because he had Faith, and she felt like he was trying to make Faith be like her, and she got jealous of Faith for whatever reason. Mary stopped working with Diddy after My Life. My Life was a good album. Faith's first album was a good album. Let's be clear. Faith's first album, like Big Dean, how could we do this? Which album is better? Faith's first album or Mary's second album? Which one was better, do you think? It wasn't Be Without You. Soon as I get home. Soon as I get. Baby, I do what I gotta do. Soon as I get home. Mary J. Blige? Yeah. I came from Mary J. Blige. That second album was, but you know what? I'm not gonna hold you. Faith Evans did a lot of work on that first album. Uh, Let me see. Faith Evans was on Gotta Believe. Faith Evans did a lot of songs on that My Life album. Um, so uh, let me see. I'm going to the track listing right now. Okay. Okay, you gotta believe. Faith Evans is on that one. I never wanna do without you, babe. Faith Evans is on that one. Uh, and don't go. Faith Evans is on that one. So she's on a couple of other good tracks that's on there. Yep, 911. I like that one too. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Big Dean. Those vocals and harmony on My Life, a lot of that came from Faith Evans. Big Bud from that group today. I wonder whatever happened to Big Bud. But they did a lot of her classic hits on My Life. The ones that people just really was in love with. You gotta believe in me, 'cause I won't ever hurt you. You gotta believe in me. Yep. Edward, I did not know you were 54 years old. You don't look it like that at all. He said he's a clean cut person. I heard that. Big Dean. I just seen what you wrote. Calm down, Big Dean. And all I really want is to be able to find a love that's mine. It would be so sweet. What song is that one? Hey, Ann, how you doing? You're back. What's goody? What's goody? Um, I was supposed to be doing hot topics tonight, and I don't know what I got into with Big Dean. We've been having a conversation, going down memory lane, talking about songs from the '90s. We've been having a good conversation, and people come in and out, and they join for a little bit. You're good. What's your evening looking like, Ann? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now you gonna have me watching Big Dean tonight before I go to sleep. You gonna have me listening to Mary J. Blige's My Life album, and then you're gonna have me watching Just Another Girl on the IRT. Stop playing with me. Listen, I asked for a sign. Promise me, Lord above. I know the answer is in front of me, but when you think you're in love, you only see what you want to see. Oh my gosh. I love that song, Be Happy. All I really want is to be happy. I didn't know that. You've been outside all day, your bones feel better for real. I'm glad to hear that. We were outside for a long time. We weren't outside that long, I guess. Because, I got girls, so we spent most of the morning getting ready to go. And then we actually got there. You are bringing the good vibes. You bringing me down memory lane, too. Guys, if you're in here, I see a few people have joined us. Please hit the like button for me. This is good vibes. This is the kind of conversations I like to have when I come on here. I don't like to always be so sterile and have a topic. Sometimes I like to just let the conversation go. And you got to get outside and get outdoors. Like I think I mentioned that in a comment earlier on one of my posts that you commented on. Like even if you can't like get out there all day, like just get some sunlight. We need that. We need that. We need fresh air. We need water. We need sun. The sun does a lot for your mood. hmm And like I said, even today, I was telling Ryan earlier, I got in a lazy river and everything. And I normally do not get in no lazy river. I hate the idea of being in there with all those bodies. But I said, you know what? Just do it this once. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You guys want to know something funny? So I'm sitting in a little cabana, right, in the lounge chair. And the way they had the cabana, it was like right near the water slides. And the next thing I know, I heard, and I had heard this all day, and I hear this big scream, right? Just, ah, 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 ah. And I'm like, the first time I heard, I'm like, dang, somebody's scared. And I heard the second scream, and I'm like, that's my baby screaming like that. And all I could hear was my daughter, that's a few years older than her, just laughing at her. I could hear them coming down the water slide, and I looked over there and I saw them get to, when the slide spits you out on the little rafters, the little rafts. I seen them come out of there on the rafts, and I see my daughter just laughing at her. I'm like, that girl was screaming her head off. Of course, I remember Shy. The very first time that I saw your brown eyes, your lips said hello and I said hi. I knew right then you were the one. But I was caught up in physical attraction. But to my satisfaction, baby, I forgot the rest of those lyrics. And if I am in love again. I used to hate that song for some reason because everybody was singing it. Like every time I turned around, I hated that song. Yep, I like Drew Hill too, but I like by Drew Hill. Somebody sleeping in my bed, my bed. Somebody's. You have been hurting, Ann. What happened? Did you do you have arthritis, Ann? Maybe you can get in a pool too, like, and like get those joints stretched out a little bit. Take you some kind of medication. I found this Tylenol muscular aches. One day I woke up and my neck, I just couldn't turn it. I don't know what was going on. So I went to Walmart's. Yep, I said Walmart's. I went to Walmart's and I got a bottle of Tylenol because I can't take Motrin because of I love Motrin. Motrin is my stuff, but I can't take Motrin because it causes high blood pressure. And so it's called Tylenol muscular aches. And I could not turn my neck. I kept putting a hot towel on it. I put a cold towel on it, and I could not turn my neck no matter what I did. And I took that pill. I think you take two. I took two of them in, and I was Gucci after that. hmm I didn't have to take any more. I could move my neck. I was good. So, uh, I don't know if you have any other restrictions, like with medication or anything like that. Ask your doctor if it's okay, because I don't give medical advice. I'm just telling you what worked for me. So, but but it's over the counter, so you should be good. But if you take other medication and you might be concerned, ask your pharmacist, because it's a pharmacist right there usually by the medication. Ask them about if it's good for you to take and take that. And let me know how you feel. Because one thing I know about is those pharmaceuticals, and somebody sleeping in my bed, messing with my head, taking my place. Sleeping in my bed, messing with my head, taking my place. Do you want to dance? I'ma make you dance. See, that Jermaine Dupri, remember he used to come out with the remixes to all the songs? Remember he remixed Mariah Carey's Always Be My Baby. And I like Always Be My Baby. I like the original Always Be My Baby. And I like the remix Always Be My Baby with Escape. Right. We having a little concert. You see what I mean? Ah! You had the aquatic therapy in the water. You're doing it right now, and you have arthritis and nerve pain. Or are they treating what are they treating you with? Because when you have arthritis and nerve pain, you kind of gotta like just watch your diet. Um, that's why I went on this 100-pound weight loss journey, and I gotta tell you, my ankles kept swelling on me because of the food I was eating, and then I found out that I was short of breath, and it was really just like it was my physical stuff, right? I just want to feel good physically. Because I'm already fine. Let's just be clear. No, I'm just playing. But I am, but let me stop. Um, More so than anything, I want to feel good. Mind, body, and soul. I want to feel good when look at myself in the mirror. I want to feel good when I'm walking through the store. I want to feel good knowing that I make the best choices for myself. But um, number one reason I want to lose the weight is so I can not have to take any medication, and also because I just feel better when I eat less. I feel better when I don't eat all that salt and sugar. And I'm gonna tell you, Ann, if you have arthritis, you gotta eat light and you gotta stay away from a lot of salt and sugar, because that's what causes the inflammation. And the doctors don't tell you that. They don't tell you that because they figure like, well, I just rather give her the medicine to help her cope with it. They're not going to tell you, unless they're a very good doctor, stop eating certain things because that's what's causing you to have that inflammation and that arthritis. You had it 2 months ago. I don't know what you're eating, and unless you know, change your diet and change your diet. Eat clean, eat clean. Um, Eat less salt, eat less sugar, and I guarantee you're gonna feel better. Even if you still have some pain, it's not gonna be like if like my left knee. I had arthroscopic surgery on it. Probably 13 years ago, I had arthroscopic surgery, and I was told that I have a knee of a 70-year-old woman, and I need a knee replacement. But they're not gonna do it now because I'm still I'm not old enough for it to be replacing my knee, right? But um, I wasn't having knee pain for a while. And then my butt tried to sit up there and do some squats. I started working out again, like I was that girl. And my niece said, "Girls, like, you don't buy salt or sugar anymore. That's great." Jagged Edge, don't get me started on Jagged Edge, Big D. Well, I'm glad you're not eating salt and sugar, but um, sometimes people just have like ailments because of other things. So I don't want to try to diagnose you or anything like that. But I will say that when I don't eat sugar, when I don't eat salt, the inflammation goes away. So my knee was just like stiff. It was hurting. And like in less than a week of me just changing my diet, the inflammation is gone. So, but you're gonna head out. Thanks for chilling with me. I appreciate that. You kept the party going. Thanks for tuning in for sure. I'll be on probably like when I say about 10 a.m. You're in South Carolina, so that'll be like 1 your time. So I don't know if you'll be up that. be around that at that time. But if you don't, I appreciate you for stopping by today and for tuning in with me. Yes, and Jagged Edge's second album, J.E. Heartbreak, that's my favorite Jagged Edge album from them. Have a good night, Big Dean. God bless you too. North Carolina, sorry. Are you in North Carolina? Or is that where you're from? Yeah, Jagged Edge. You know, I missed the Jagged Edge in the 112 verses. I think it was some kind of little controversy with them. But I like 112 too. I love 112. But I love me some Jagged Edge. I think Jagged Edge has more music that I like more. I like them more. Oh, okay. You say get it right. North. I'm from the north, not the south. Get it right. I got it now. North, NC, North Carolina. Oh, you're in North Carolina too, Ann? That's dope. But Ann, you're not from North Carolina. You're from Memphis, right? 11:30 on the dot. Nothing is promised to me and you. So how can we let this thing go? Baby, I promise that I'll never leave and everything will be alright. I promise these things to you. Girl, just believe. That's what I thought. See, I remember. I remember, and you be chilling too. I knew you was from Memphis because you said that, and then you said, and then that one day that we had that little ruckus with old girl. I don't think she came back after that because she didn't like that we said because you said she was in the deep south, and she did not like that. But you was right because that's what they call it, the deep south. She said North Carolina. What she said, North Carolina's not the south. Well, I remember that. Uh, So what you got planned for tomorrow, Ann? You you're retired right from the buses. I gotta pay my credit card bills. That's one thing I'm gonna do, and then I have some planning I'm gonna do. So I'm probably gonna have. Um, I don't want to have a chai tea tomorrow, but I don't want to just go to Starbucks and just be out there with nothing to do. So um, I got you. He got me singing. He gonna leave. We was having a good concert, and he left. But that was pretty cool. When I listen to music, I'm usually gonna listen to something old. Like you got to be something just really special for me to listen to something new. I like the '90s R&B. I like a little '80s, like Freddie Jackson, uh, Freddie Jackson, Angela Winbush, DeBarge. DeBarge is oof. Um, who else? Luther from the '80s. Um, Regina Bell, Guy. Yeah, she said North Carolina was in the north, right? Yeah, she didn't like that. I don't think she came back over here after that. You're just gonna chill outside and you gonna make you some tea or something like that, Ann? I feel like I don't have anything planned for the rest of this week, except not personal plans. I feel like um, I know I got something to do on Friday. I do have to do something with my daughter. It's her birthday Saturday, so we're gonna go celebrate her birthday Friday, and Saturday my oldest daughter is taking her to the beach, so I'm gonna have the grandbaby on Saturday. But Wednesday and Thursday, I just gotta take care of some personal stuff. And next week, I got some appointments. I got a lot of appointments next week. But that's kind of rare that I don't really have a lot to do. Oh, I do. I do got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. I got business to take care of. Hey, just business. Um, Miss Callie. That's my new name, Miss Callie. I'm doing good over here. I'm chilling, talking to Ann. Big Dean just left. We had us an R&B concert. I've been just chilling and talking to people off and on. How are you doing? That's right. Hit that like button. Hit that like button for you, girl. Angela Winbush. Oh my gosh. You had a good girl and you lost her. Pushed her in. I think tomorrow, when I sit down and put my credit cards out, because I take all my credit cards and line them up and pay them one by one. No, I do not have automatic payments because I don't do nothing automatically. You get my money when I give it to you. You don't just take my money from me. You love tea? Uh, I like. Oh yeah, Stephanie Mills too. Stephanie Mills is kind of like the '70s though, but she did have albums in the '80s. I like Stephanie Mills. Um, who else? I said, oh, Anita Baker. Oh my gosh, I love Anita Baker's album. Like that album, Rapture. That album, Rapture. It goes so hard. It goes so hard. Oh my gosh. And I remember being a little girl and not really liking Rapture like that. Anita Baker all day, all day. Um, that whole Rapture album. I don't think that album had. And then too, I like her song too. Operator, get my baby on the line. I apologize. Oh, one of my songs I like by her. I wanna know what real love feels like. Good love, good love. Morning, noon, and night. Forever on my mind. Good love, good love. You like chai tea? Her voice does something to you. You was in love with her, the real elegance of a woman. Y'all tripping, been so. Oh yeah, that one too. Been so long. I'm missing you, baby. Been so long. You know what? I think that's why Mary J. Blige did "Love No Limit," kind of doing like a rendition of "Been So Long," because Mary J. Blige, she got her deal with the Anita Baker demo. She had did a song, and so that's probably why they had her do "Love No Limit." But I like "Been So Long." I like the whole album. Like, there's not a cut that you can name on that Rapture album that I'm not gonna be like that. I'll be like, oh, I don't like that one. I like them all. And I do also like chai tea. I use green tea. I used to drink that all the time just for detoxing and health reasons. I'll take some green tea with some ginger and some lemon, especially if I'm sick. That's another thing too, and to get rid of that inflammation. I don't know if you're already doing it or not, but like, get you some water and put cucumber in it, or do like ginger, do like a fresh ginger, and boil the ginger, right, and then pour that ginger and that water over like a green tea bag and put some lemons in there. That's a good way to detox as well. I'm telling you, you will be going to the bathroom. That it gets a lot of that inflammation off of you. Um, Those are like natural remedies to help with that. Whole chat. It's just me, you, and Ann, just business. But whole chat. Good one, just business. But okay. Name three songs that I could listen to all day, all music genres. You know what? I love Sade's Sweetest Taboo. I love Gap Band's Outstanding. And Outstanding is my favorite all time song. Anybody who knows me knows Outstanding is my shit. Okay? Outstanding, man, I got so many favorite songs. I like Outstanding, and I like who is it? Um that's hard. That's hard. I gotta come back to you on that. What's your three? Just business. And chai tea. I make a good chai tea at home, but when Starbucks does it right, I really like it when they get it right. But they always get it wrong. They always get it wrong. Like how I like my chai tea. I like it with. I like to have a strong uh, cup of chai tea with a little oat milk in it, and I like it hot. Yeah, you do it sometimes. You do it with the ginger and the green tea. Just business. What's your three top songs? And what are your three favorite songs? Because guys don't stop to listen to women, but they spend everything on OnlyFans and TikTok. My three: Anita Baker, So Anxious, and All Tupac. Yeah. So Anxious by Genuine. Yeah. I have a few albums that I could just listen to. I love Faith Evans. I could listen to her. Um, she has this song on her first album. It's called "Give Me the Reason to Love You," and I want to love you more. That's the last song on Faith's first album, and it's called Reasons. I love that song. I could listen to that song back to back to back. That's probably one of my favorite songs. When I can't seem to find my way, you brighten up my darkest day. The reason to love you more. Oh, I don't know how I put you guys on. How I took my voice off. But what do you mean? I'm on your channel, uh, seeing where your wife is. Cause oh, there she go. No, I'm just playing. What do you mean where my husband is? Where your wife at? Just business. You can hear me now. I accidentally pressed the microphone. I don't know how I did that. I was talking all that time and you probably couldn't even hear me. Cause you got more appeal than any man in this whole world. And baby, I got to know how you feel. Tell me if you want me to. It's boring over there. I'm not bored. I got a lot of stuff I could do, but I'm just chilling and I'm gonna be on here for a couple more minutes. And your home alone is peaceful. I don't think people take their peace. I think people take peace for granted. Um, like you said, you're gonna be out tomorrow. Maybe go to the park. Maybe go somewhere tomorrow and just sit out there, have yourself a picnic. I don't know if you have a friend to invite over, but I don't have the patience for marriage either, not right now. But I do want to be married again, just business. I was married before. We were married for 8 years, more often on. We were off and on for like 20 years. We were really like insane, me and my ex-husband. But I was crazy about him. I was crazy about him, and he was crazy to me. So, but we divorced in 2020, and we tried to get back together again, and he ended up passing away in 2020, 2022. So I've dated since then. I just date now. Like if I meet somebody, I'll have some conversations with them, see if we vibe. If we don't, then okay, move along, carry on, and then beyond that, I'm not really serious about anything. I'm working on my weight loss journey. I'm working on I'm making this content money. I'm working on getting my kids out of high school and off to college. That's what I'm concerned with right now. And of course, you need that. You need that companionship, right? So sometimes you date, and I'm cool to date. I don't want anything serious. I don't want a man. I don't want nobody living with me. I do not want a husband right now. But at some point I do. But not today. You like my lies? Thank you, Ann. You and your neighbors are barbecuing. That's what's up. That should be fun. What are you going to put on the grill, Ann? Tell me if you want me to give you all my time. Make it good for you. You're from the shy. You don't marry girls from here. Women here like to act up too much.